Hello? The fuck? That was annoying. My OBS crashed as soon as I started. That was weird. Hello, Soul. Hello, guys. For some reason, my stream crashed. So that's why it was weird for a second. Hello, Soul. Hello, Shoku. Hello, Kanzilla Chiro. Thank you for the gift. Give me one sec. I just need to do... I need to do my stuff that I do at the start of every video, or I mean stream. Okay. Is it working now? That was annoying. I hate when stream crashes on start. What the frick? All right. Start this thing, start this thing. Okay. Okay. Hello, hello. Okay, sorry. The stream like crashed as soon as I started it. That was weird and also annoying. But I think we're all good now. Probably. I think. Hello, Yuki. All right. Are my lives working everywhere? Hello, Venny. Hello, Mila. Okay, that worked. Hello, Larissa. Okay, I am live on X. I'm live on here. You guys can see me, right? I'm good here. Hello, only Ria. Okay, I am on YouTube. I'm on TikTok. Okay, it should be good then. Hello, I'm Pruvi. Hello, Venny. Hello, Nama. Okay. Alright, I think we're good. I don't know what happened at the start of stream. I like started my stream and then it just immediately crashed. So that was annoying. But I think we're good. Hello, M60. Hello, Nikki. I think we're good now. I think we're all good now. Yeah. Hello, Uzi. Thank you. Phaeton, thank you so much for the heart me. Okay. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Let's see. What can I update you on that you missed? Yesterday and Monday were my days off. On Monday, I went to the gym and had my first session with my personal trainer. It was good. She was very helpful. She gave me I have an app where she put in a plan. So today I went to the gym again, and it was a chill session. It was a good gym session. I will meet with my trainer once a week, but I work out pretty much every day or every other day. And then also 2 people commissioned me to make keyboards for them. So those will be hand cam streams. So we're going to have 2 hand cam streams in the upcoming near future. You should do another ASMR vid. I actually just recorded an ASMR yesterday, so that's got to be edited, and then we'll take care of that. I made brownie earlier. Oh, wow. But yeah, 2 people commissioned me for keyboards. So I ordered the parts. Once the keyboard parts get here, I will do a hand cam stream. I actually ended up ordering a new camera as well for the hand cam. Mostly because I just needed a new camera. Hello, Ari. Hello, Luvalev. But yeah. Let me, where are my Kleenexes, bro? I don't have any Kleenexes here. I need something to, blow my nose. Wait, give me 1 second. I'm gonna blow my nose. Okay. Your throat still hurt? No. My throat feels good. Yeah, I'm good. Everything is good. I went to the gym today. I got home. I had to pay a bunch of people. But yeah, I'm excited. So because we have 2 people who commissioned me to make keyboards for them, that means we'll have 2 hand cam streams coming up. And then also I want to do a little hand cam for when my keyboard gets here as well. So that's exciting. Hello, Cindy. We might have a little collab today. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it yet, but I got invited to like this lobby thing. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think you're pretty much fully updated. Basically, we have hello Kunded. But yeah, so that's it. I think that's all I did was I went to the gym, and then I went to the gym today, and then 2 people commissioned me to make keyboards for them. So that'll be fun. Hello, Rose. And we'll do hand cam. And I ordered a new heart rate monitor because my old one broke. And then I also ordered a new camera for hand cam stuff. So that'll be fun. Having a new camera for everything, I think it'll make it look better. I gotta take off this Gojo hair, bro. That's enough of that. Hello, Rose. Hello, Bin fan. Can't wait for the hand cam streams. Yeah, it'll be fun. For today, what are we doing today? Hello, Casper. Today we are. If you're watching the stream on Purple app, you might notice that there's a new quality setting if your monitor supports it, or well, your phone as well. It's called 1440p. It's basically higher resolution stream. Most phones have it, so if you're on a phone, like a newer iPhone or Samsung or whatever, you should be able to see it. On computer, you only will see it if you have a monitor that supports it. So if you have a 2K or a 4K monitor. What about tablets? Tablets should support it. Well, you can check. So click the little gear icon and go to quality. And if you see 1440p 60, that's the option. TVs work too, yeah. I love your avatar. Did you make it? I did not make it, but I designed it. And then I had it, I commissioned people to make it for me. So, sorta. I'm good, Rose. How are you? Oh, yeah, today we are also going to be checking out that new game, Quarantine Zone. You guys remember when we played the demo? It was super fun. Now we're going to be able to play the full game. It's out today. To be able to watch me in the higher quality, though, you do have to have a pretty good internet and a screen that supports it. So most tablets made in like the last 3 or 4 years, I think, support it. Tablets, phones, TVs, computers, laptops. Let me also grab my energy drink. Meep, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Let me crack my energy drink. Hope you're good. I'm a bit sick. Oh no, I hope you get well soon. Hello, Squishy. Hello, Midnight. What's the flavor for today? This is called Strawberry Sunrise. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Hello, Glucose. All right. I honestly don't know what else to yap about. So, do you guys have anything? You guys have anything you want to talk to me about? You want to update me on any of your lives? Anything new going on? I like Boy Pablo. Yeah, me too. Do you guys have anything new you want to update me on? Anything cool going on? Pathologic. Do. I finished the game I've been making while watching your streams. Nice. Sweet. I got a B on a geometry test. Yo, huge. I'm getting a PC soon. Nice, Yuki. Happy for you. Although, actually, I'm a little worried for you because right now computer parts are really expensive. So I hope you don't overpay too much. Good luck. I got my shift lead to watch Heated Rivalry. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna cosplay Kea. Cool. I don't know who that is. Is it something from Genshin? I built a house in Minecraft. Nice. Playing Minecraft right now. I may be joining a new D&D campaign. Midnight, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Happy 15 months. I played Outlast Trials the other night. Outlast Trials is very fun. Are you kidding me? Yeah, absolutely. Wait a minute. Where's my charger cable? Here it is. What games are we gonna... Oh, I forgot, actually. So we're gonna be playing... we're gonna be playing the new Quarantine Zone game. Also, I don't know if you guys saw, but there's a new game that came out called Hightail. It's supposed to be like, sort of like Minecraft, but more like, I don't know, like mystically or something? Your voice is nice, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. There's a game that came out, it's called Hightail. It's supposed to be like similar to Minecraft. Whoa, Mac, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Oh, we almost have a hype train. Oh, wait, do we have a hype train? I don't even know how this works. Thank you guys for the hype train. Level 1 hype train. I wonder what my highest hype train is. Can I check? Yo! Soul, thank you so much for the gifted. Level 2 hype train, let's go! Hello, Skull. Minecraft 2.0? Maybe. But yeah, basically, we're gonna be playing the new Quarantine Zone game that everyone is talking about. I'm actually hyped for it. I really enjoyed it when I played it before. And then after that, if I, depending on, I don't know how long it is, but we're gonna be playing... Are you feeling under the weather? No, I'm feeling good. Got home from the gym, feeling good. We're gonna be playing Quarantine Zone, the new game that everyone's been playing, and then after that, we're gonna be playing maybe Hightail. We're gonna try out Hightail, the new like Minecraft 2 game. You sound eepy. I don't feel eepy. Yeah, I feel like I'm sounding fairly normal. I don't know. Hello, Cass. Anyway, yeah. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Doot. Hello, Squish. But yeah, that's basically the plan for today. Is a Quarantine Zone game. Whoa! Crude with the 5 gifted. Hey, yo. That gym got bro pumped, but sounds worn out. I don't feel worn out. Today was legs and like lower back. I don't think today was too tough on me, but it was a good workout. Thank you guys. Level 3 hype train. Wow. W crude. Holy moly. Can we get level 4 hype train? I don't even know what my hype train record is. Leg day. Yeah, today was like sort of legs and like calves and lower back and a little bit of abs or something. Talking squats. It was different stuff. I have a personal trainer who like made a workout routine for me, and I just follow that. It says 11 is your highest. Damn. It's not even that high, bro. Oh my god. That's okay. I've been to 36 streams and I'm still trying to get one line to him. Senz, your rig is... Whoa! Yuki, thank you so much for the
Green heart
$20
emoji.
donation. Unfortunately, donations don't count towards hype trains, so... Can we get a hype train of level 12? I don't think so. Not today. That would require a crazy amount of money. I don't want you guys to feel pressured at all to do that. Level 11 hype train is good. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure how hype trains really work, to be honest. Thank you so much, though, Yuki. Level 3 hype train. Can we get level 4? Baze, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate you. Anyway, I missed you guys. I think the 2 days taking the 2 days off a week is really good for me though, because I need to rest my voice. Yo! Shoku, thank you so much for the 2 gifted. With those gym routines, proud of you. Thanks. Thanks. Thank you for the roses, Kala. Thank you so much, Shoku. Who made your model? All my credits are in my bio. Woo! Bethany with the 5 gifted. Whoa. Holy moly. What level are we on? Level 4? We're level 4. Bro, that Stream Elements thing needs to shut his ass up. Fucking spamming. Hello, Leo. The bot's like blowing up the chat with the hype train thing. You'll definitely get to 15. Level 15 hype train? Hell no. That's crazy money. That is a lot of... Thank you guys so much for the Thank you guys so much for the gifted subs. And oh, that was Oliver that tipped. Wait, what? Oliver, thank you for the $20 donation. Sorry. I thought it said Yuki. Did it not? Chili, thank you so much for the 2 gifted. Thank you, Stella, thank you. Wow, guys, we're on level 4 hype train. Guys, we're gonna beat the record. The world record is like 150 or something right now for hype train. We're definitely gonna beat it. We're definitely gonna beat it, guys. Trust. The record is only 150. Let's beat the world record in my tiny ass stream. We can beat someone who has like 20,000 viewer average. Easy. Hello kitty. It is me though? Oh, okay. Going from 11 to 200. I would like to beat my hype train record one day. Yo! Phaeton, thank you so much for the gifted. Thank you guys. I would like to beat my record one day. Level 11? I hate that number. That's so like odd. 12 is a good number. Or like 15. That's like the perfect. Maybe you'll beat your hype train record at your debut. Maybe. Yeah. We'll see. I'm not a very... Get Elon to spend a few trillion. When are you debuting again? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. It depends on a lot. I haven't even gotten the demo for my model yet. My rigger told me that I should be getting the demo for my model this month. So we'll see. Whoa! Shoku, thank you so much for 2 more gifted. We're so close to level 5. Guys, we're so close to level 5. Oh my god. What's one thing you don't like about VTubing? I don't like the gossip. It's very, very high school coded. I really like VTubing. I love the fans. I think the only, if I had to choose like one part about VTubing that I don't like is the gossip. It's very like high school coded, unfortunately. And the fans are chill though, for the most part. The hardcore fans are kind of scary. The ones who like think of their creator as like an idol, those scare me. Those fans scare me a bit. A little too immersed. A little too immersed. Holy moly, Shoku, thank you so much for the 2 gifted. Okay, I actually don't like this song. Get out of my playlist. Level 5! Whoa, level 5 hype train. Guys, we only have 7 more levels to hit. Yeah, let's beat the hype train record. Yeah, we only have 7 more levels. That should be easy, right? 7? Oh, cheesecake. Bro is so unserious. What do you mean? It's too much. It's too much, honestly. That's a lot of money. I don't expect people to spend that on me, bro. That's a lot of money. I'm not like that. I'm not like, you know? SENZ'S my dog says hi. Hello, Squish's dog. Hello, Peyton. I don't expect people to Hello, Vex. I don't expect people to spend that kind of money on me. But I really appreciate you guys. For the level 5 though. Even if we only hit level 5, that's amazing. We haven't hit a level 5 hype train in a while. Any level 6ers though? That's the question. Yo, Mac, thank you so much for the gifted. Guys, level 6. Holy, we're so close. We're only 15%. We only have like 75% left. Holy moly. That's insane. I did a calculation and you basically need to get more than 450 subs to beat your record. Holy shit. Yeah, we're not doing all that. That is insane. Nerds, thank you so much for the gifted. W tired though. Was the time off worth it? Oh, you mean yesterday and the day before? Yeah, I think the days off are really important. Because I play a lot of horror games, I scream a lot, and my throat kind of like feels the aftermath. Like my throat starts to hurt. So I think the days off are really important to like rest my throat. Let's freaking go though. Level 5 hype train. Can we get to level 6? You know what 6 sounds like? Sex. Oh yeah. Oh lord. I just thought of 6-7. Bro, we gotta leave 6-7 in 25. In the big 25. The big 26, we're letting go of 6-7, please. Mwah. Here you go, Sarah. What is the cyber slop? Dude, I'm really sick of cyberpunk music. Honestly, you know what? I'm really sick of just cyberpunk in general. I think cyberpunk is so overdone, especially in the VTuber scene. Holy moly. You throw a nickel into a group of VTubers and it'll definitely hit someone who's cyberpunk. Vex, thank you for the rose. What is 6-7 even about? It's nothing. It's basically nothing. Like, genuinely. Hello, Boo Bear. Thank you for the rose, Vex. Wait, is the hype train over? Did we lose? Guys, 30 seconds on the hype train, quick! Revive him! Or don't, you know, whatever. I honestly think there's more demons and kitsunes. No, because even the like demons and the foxes usually have like a cyberpunk outfit, especially the dudes. Girls have it less, but like dude models are like 90% like cyberpunk. Oh, Shoku with the 5 gifted. Oh no, did it end? Oh, it only got us to halfway anyway. It's okay, it's okay. Level 5 is amazing. Thank you so much, Shoku. Level 5 is amazing. Good job, guys. Level 5. Amazing. You know what's funny? We got another... I thought I wasn't going to get another sponsor from Purple App again, but we got sponsored by Blue Protocol again. They must love me over there. Dude, Blue Protocol must love me over there. Hello, Yumiko. Good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. I remember. Can we have Gojo back? No. Absolutely not. You can't have him. He's mine. Just kidding. I don't want him. You can have him, but not here. Gojo's dead, bro. Gojo is dead. You gotta let him go. Hello, Cora. Time zones be crazy. True. Time zones, real. Oh, guys, I can't wait for my next model. I was looking at like what I have left on the next debut. Is there's like... So I'm waiting for the rig on the model. I'm waiting on some emotes to be drawn. I'm waiting on this thing to be coded for me. But other than that, like I'm pretty much like ready to go. Like I have like my new background. I have like music. Oh, actually, I need to record my song cover as well. I need to record my song cover, but that's on me. Like that's what I have to do. I'm not waiting on anyone else but myself. I'm not 100% sure if I can even do that, to be honest, but I need to record the song cover whenever I get the chance. You can finally sing again. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really tried it. I think once they get the braces out, 100%. Well, I mean, by then, but I think I can maybe do it now, even with the braces in. We'll see. You know what? Let's play this game, to be honest. I've been excited for this game. You guys know what game I'm talking about, right? Like Quarantine Zone Last Check. It's like everyone's playing it. It's like the game to play right now. Didn't they remove your braces? No, they removed the they removed the metal bar on the roof of my mouth. The braces are still here. They said they would basically take out the braces either this month or next month. But my teeth are pretty much ready to go. Like I'm good. Bam, 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 bam. I'm excited though. I'm really excited for blood color. You can change the blood color. That's funny. Temperature unit Celsius. Ew. Fahrenheit. Twitch features. Oh. Wait. Motion blur off. Wait, we can. There's Twitch features on this. Does that mean Twitch sign in? Oh wait, does that mean it could be you guys? The page isn't working. Oh, well, that's cool. Thanks for that. Whoa. Whoa, I didn't mean to press I didn't mean to press credits, bro. Is there no way to skip the credits? What? They're actually just gonna let me sit. What? No, fuck you. I'm alt F4ing. Are you kidding me? No. They're just gonna make me sit there and watch the credits? Ain't no way. I'm restarting that game. Not on my watch, buddy. Not on my watch. I think the Twitch thing helps the content be safe. No, I think what it does is it makes it so the people are named after you guys or the people on Purple app. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Play campaign. You want to start a new campaign? Yes, sir.
Finally awake, Commander. Thought you were dreaming of a vacation on some sunny beach. Not the best fantasy these days, huh? Anyway, welcome back to reality. We're almost there. Checkpoint Alpha.
It's a bit loud.
Out, but they need reinforcements.
I don't know.
All right, get ready. You're dropping in 20. Commander, watch your step out there. It's not just the dead you gotta worry about.
I can turn it down a bit if it's loud. Maybe like 70%. 80, 70. Movement, day one. Day one, baby.
Sleep well, Grunt? It's your first day, so I'll go easy on you.
Okay.
Our job's to make damn sure the plague doesn't crawl into the camp.
Ooh.
Get yourself to the checkpoint. We'll start with the basics.
Get yourself to the checkpoint. Okay. Going to the checkpoint. Talk to George.
He actually showed up. You guys owe me $10. Nothing personal. It's just
Who is this Deku motherfucker? Hey yo!
Just trying to, you know.
Why does this guy sound like an anime character?
Okay, it's.
Dude, you hear this guy? You guys owe me $20. Wait, hold on. Let me just double check something real quick. Call the next survivor.
Move it.
First, do a simple inspection. Take the flashlight from the table.
Take the flashlight. Okay. Let's look at this guy. Let's see what we got here. His eyes are a little red.
Take your time. Match what you see against the symptom chart. The devil's in the details.
Yo, his eyes are pretty red, bro.
Identify the particular ailment and click Symptom Logged. If you mark most symptoms correctly, you'll get a reward. Once you've recorded the symptoms, it's time to decide their fate. Let's switch to the Distribution tab.
Distribution.
Still not sure? No worries. Just send them into quarantine. Let them sit for a few days, and the virus will reveal itself. Like a friend of mine used to say. Can't piss in the gas tank. I'm not sure what he meant exactly, but your choice may have consequences for the whole camp. If you let the wrong one in, pretty face, pleading eyes, it'll come back to bite more than just you in the ass.
Well. The checkpoint compromises multiple zones. Laboratory. Send survivors here to investigate unknown symptoms. An isolation and treatment center for survivors who have borderline symptoms. If you're unsure, send them to quarantine. Da ba 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 ba. Confirm.
I'll do anything. Just test me again.
You gotta go to... Oh.
Sir,
Cool.
come on.
Not zombie.
Please, if you find something, lie. I can't go back.
It says not zombie on her shirt. Doesn't look like she has any bites. Do. Looks like she has a couple bruises, maybe. Does she have bruises? Nah. She ain't got no bites. Distribution.
4 days, we will be evacuating the survivors' block.
Hello, custom tick.
Top brass will be very upset with us if we don't move a adequate number of healthy people. Carefully examine the survivors in the line and send the unaffected onto the block.
Okay, I'll do that. You can count on me. Oops.
Finally, I'm safe.
It's cool how the like soldiers go with them. Next. Did you get your keyboard? No, not yet. Oh, wow. Bite. It's a bite mark. He's got a bite. He's infected. You gotta get out of here, buddy.
I'm still fine, right?
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're taking you to the waiting room. They're gonna give you some cookies and scones. Whoops. Next.
Don't make me wait.
You are in a quarantine.
Oh my.
Please, can we hurry? I think we were followed.
Buddy.
Hats, glasses, and gloves.
Oh, we can hurry, all right. Don't you worry about
Prepare
that.
your belongings for
Yeah,
inspection.
yeah. We can hurry. You want? Oh, you want to hurry? Sure. That's a bruise on his face as well. Yeah, you want to hurry? Don't you worry, buddy. We can hurry. Check this out. Why don't you go to our special waiting room? Hello, Sakura. Tell you what. We got a special waiting room. There's cookies, milk, chocolates. Why don't you go there? They'll set you up.
Looks secure. Is it safe?
Oh, yeah. It's safe. Trust me. Yeah. Keep going. Right there to the right. Yeah. Next.
Survivor.
Thank you for at least not yelling at me.
Her eyes are yellow. That doesn't look good. Ma'am, you have some dookie on your shorts. You got a little dookie there. Since there's not much music, I'm gonna play our own music. Why don't we play our own? Ma'am, you got a little dookie on your shorts. You shit yourself recently? Yellow eyes, freckles. Why is freckles a symptom? Why is freckles a symptom? That's so weird. Isn't that just like... They're red. Pookie, you're gonna need to get your glasses checked because that is clear yellow. There's nothing red about that. Oh my god, she dookied her back too. She got dookie all over her. She got dookie all over her. Girl. Red on mine. What? That is clear yellow. You might be colorblind, Queen. I'm not gonna lie. Queen or King, whatever you go by. Okay, well, freckles and yellow eyes isn't a sign of infection. So, you should be bruised arm? No, that's dirt, not bruising. No, that's not bruising, that's dirt. Okay, you're good to go.
See you on the other side.
Okay. Next.
That's it. Not that hard, right?
Oh.
Also, can you try to avoid excessive executions, please? We'd like to keep our jobs.
Okay.
You are in a port.
Oh, that was easy. Day 1. Done. I'm offended as someone who has freckles. Day 1, all done. Day 1, more like day easy. I can do that shit in my sleep. I can do that shit in my sleep.
Wake up, soldier.
I'm awake.
Yourself to quarantine and check the survivor.
I'm awake.
Before he drops.
March yourself to quarantine. Where? Virus can look and behave differently on different people. Inspect the quarantined survivors. The symptoms appear the survivor is healthy. If infected survivors become zombies, you must clear quarantine.
Well, look at this one. All
Identification
rosy cheeks.
verified.
On government
Quarantine
rations, no
status
less.
Stable.
What's your call,
No
soldier?
incidents reported.
Infected or not? Hell if I know. Inspect again, then pick an assignment.
Please, if you find something, just lie, okay? I can't go back.
He looks fine to me. I think he's good. He's big chillin'. I think. Don't you guys think? I think he's fine. Did bro just ask you to lie for him? Yeah. He's very bruised. Bruising doesn't mean anything, though. It literally says in the symptoms thing, look, bruising completely safe. That's no sign of infection. Hello, Jacob. All right, I think you're good to go.
Safe to me. Send them to the living block.
Yeah, see, Major
Word to
even
the
said.
wise, rookie. If you can... Now get over to Georgie. He's got a little toy for you.
He's got a little toy for me? Ooh.
The infected typically exhibit elevated pulse rates, with body temperature rising significantly above
Whoa.
normal levels.
Whoa.
This device will help you detect infection when there aren't enough visible symptoms.
Where?
Give it a try.
Give it a try. Okay, man. Pulse and temperature can be indicators of infection. Use the thermopulsator. Holy frick. Wait, how do I...
Move it.
Next. I mean, his eyes are back to normal.
Bad dream.
Oh, wow. Pulse is 135. Temperature is 109. 102, 104, 105, 107, 109. Dang! Her temperature's kind of high. Pulse 130, 109. Her temperature's pretty high.
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm.
Her pulse is kind of high too,
Remove
actually,
your outer
for the
clothing,
game anyway.
hats, glasses, and gloves.
We need to put her. infected.
For inspection.
Oh, it says if the pulse... Oh, so she's infected then, right? Because 109 is... 109 is here. And that says infected for sure. Yeah, so she's infected. Don't worry, you're totally fine. You're going to a good place, okay? Yeah, you're good to come in. Don't worry. Yeah, completely safe. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, very safe here. Don't worry.
In time, you'll get more tools to help you spot the
Yeah,
symptoms.
yeah, no, it's great over there. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it over there. Completely safe. Yeah, go in there. Yeah, you're gonna love it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Next.
Don't make me wait.
Are we done?
Whoa.
Can I just go?
No. Okay, her pulse is 97, or I mean, her temperature is 97 Fahrenheit, and her pulse is 84. Her pulse and temperature are fine. Her pulse and temperature are fine. Her face looks a little messed up, though, I'm not gonna lie. Eyes are yellow. She has freckles. That technically freckles are not a sign of infection, okay? She might just have like... what do you call it? I don't know, like... a disease, but not zombie infection. Okay, she has no symptoms, so... Good.
Thanks, I guess.
Don't make me regret that, buddy. Hey. Hello, Tiger. Next!
You can trust me.
Did she just cough?
I'm healthy.
Oh my. Maybe the heart me, Lindsay. She's sneezing and her pulse is kind of high. Her pulse is 137. That's a high pulse. Okay, she's also coughing. Her eyes
In
is...
a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn.
Okay.
Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves.
She's...
Prepare your
She doesn't have any
belongings for
bruises or
inspection.
bites. She has elevated pulse, but her temperature's fine. I think we need to just watch her. We need to put her in quarantine. Girl, did I stutter? Go to
I
quarantine.
feel fine. Please, don't do this.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, you'll be great. Next!
You're not going to detain me, right?
I don't know yet. Her pulse is 180? Jesus. Temperature 102. Ugh. .187 too. Oh, she's infected. Yeah, she's infected for sure. What's her temperature? Hello, Kirby Yuzu. Welcome. 102. Yeah, it's 102. So that is... That's actually here. But her pulse is super high. Does she have any bites or anything? Her eyes are yellow. Okay, it doesn't look like she has bruises or bites. She's definitely infected though, so. You gotta go.
You can do this. It's almost over.
Oh yeah, it's almost over alright. Yeah, it's really safe in there. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Hello, Aidens. What the Who is this guy? 105, 97. Let me see. His pulse is 105. That's not elevated. His temperature's fine too, I think. Yeah. Does he have any bites? He actually looks pretty clean. Okay, he's fine. Crazy Dave, huh? Okay. Next.
Please, just check. You'll see I'm fine.
Oh, really?
It's the dude from Plants vs. Zombies, LOL.
Oh, yeah, you look real fine, bro.
Quarantine zone. Stay calm and
Yeah,
wait
you look
for your
great.
turn. Remove your outer clothing. Glasses and gloves.
Bro has a bite on his hand.
Prepare your belongings for inspection.
Yeah, man, you look great. Let's check your temperature and pulse. 194, holy moly. Uh-huh. His pulse is 194. He has an elevated temperature as well. No, no. I mean, yes. Yeah, don't worry. You're in, buddy. You're in. Yeah. Totally safe.
So, where am I going now?
Oh, you're going to our waiting room. Yeah, you're good, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They shot him. Now what? Let's go back to bed. Oh, that's sweet, Aiden. Well, I'm happy to have you here as well. I think it's bedtime for our character.
External infected
Whoa.
rushing the perimeter. Prevent breach.
What? Thank you for the heart me cat face. That's a little loud. Holy free holies. Brrr. No zombies. Brrr. Yeah. Is that all of them? Wave 2. Oh. That was easy. Good morning. 0 deaths. Good job.
Hell of a night. Even made me hungry. Remember, the better a man eats, the longer he can fight. As for civilians, they don't last long without food either. Make sure everyone gets fed.
Oh, we need to feed them. Enter base mode. What? Oh. Provisions. Oh, okay. We gotta feed them.
Everything has its price. Don't spread things too thin.
Okay. How many foods do they need?
Now you know how to restock the mess hall. Keep the food coming, or everything goes to hell. But the food supply isn't the only thing you need to monitor.
Med kits. Okay. We need 3. Alright. I gave them... I did it. Now what? Get back to work. Task completed. Now what? Next?
Come on.
Please, just check. You'll see I'm fine.
Oh yeah, you look real fine. Yeah, don't worry, you look great. Yeah, you look great. You got any bites on you? What about your temperature? Her pulse and temperature are surprisingly fine. Interesting. Unfortunately, while you look fine and your pulse and temperature are great, the red eyes are a bit of a problem. You're gonna have to go to the waiting room. They'll fix your eyes right up.
Oh, you're scaring me. Where am I going?
You're going to a safe place. They're gonna take good care of you. Ah, safety. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, chat? That was the sound of safe bliss.
Next survivor.
Next.
I'm so sorry for the trouble. Please, just let me pass.
Stay calm and wait for your turn.
Think about it.
Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves. Prepare your
Pulse
belongings
is
for
110.
inspection.
Temperature is 98. Pulse is 110. Okay, I guess if it's under 120, it's fine. Yeah, he's fine pulse-wise. He does have yellow eyes and freckles, though, but those aren't signs of infection, technically. So maybe he's okay? Oh wait, wasn't there someone in quarantine?
Identification verified. Quarantine
1 day
status
in quarantine.
stable. No incidents reported.
Let me check this guy out first, one at a time. I think he's fine. No signs of infection. Seems pretty chill to me.
It's almost over.
Alright, let's go check this girl out. She's still hiccuping and sneezing.
I have children.
Whoa! Her pulse is 187. That's really high. Oh, no, she's cooked. She's infected. Yeah, she's infected. Yeah, you're good to go. We cured you.
What do you mean, special processing?
Oh, no, it's really good. Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah, we got your kids. They're waiting for you in there. Yeah. Very good. There it is, the sound of safety.
Move it.
Next.
I'd give anything and everything to wake up from this nightmare.
Oh my god, you look like shit. Okay, he's bruised. Any bites? Bite, bite, bite. What's your temperature and pulse looking like? 104 temperature. Wait a minute. Hello, Rexy. Technically, his temperature caps out at 104. So he's under the...
Are in a quarantine
He's
zone.
elevated.
Stay calm and wait
Okay, we
for
should
your
probably
turn.
watch him.
Remove your outer clothing.
He has elevated
hats,
temperature.
Glasses and gloves.
To quarantine with you.
Prepare
At least
your
it's
belongings
not a
for
death
inspection.
sentence.
For now.
Sir.
Next.
I feel okay. I promise.
Wow. Okay. Well, your skin's a little... You look like purple. Are you okay? Hello, Mew Mew. Hello, Amethyst. Welcome. Pulse is 102. Wait, 105. Temperature is 103. Temperature is 103. Pulse is... Okay. Her eyes are... She has conjuct... Whatever the heck that is. Conjunctivitis. Her eyes aren't full red. She's definitely messed up, though. I think she has bruises, too. Okay, we gotta watch her as well.
I'll do anything. Just test me again.
They're both bad. Next!
Don't make me wait.
Wee.
You have to believe me.
Whoa. She's got dookie all over her. Poo poo. Okay, so she has yellow eyes, which technically is not a sign of infection, and freckles. The blood on her face isn't a bite, so... Hello, unknown. Let's check her temperature and pulse. Her pulse is 105-ish. Pulse is 103. Temperature is 98. Her temperature and pulse are fine, I think. 98.4. It doesn't go above 98.4. So it's not elevated temp. It's not elevated pulse. She technically doesn't...
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn.
She doesn't have any
Remove your
bites.
Outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves. Prepare your belongings
Okay,
for inspection.
I think she's good. She doesn't have enough.
I'm forever in your debt.
Next.
Next survivor.
Whoa.
Let's just get this over with.
Yeah, we can get this over with. Don't you worry about that. She got red eyes. She got red eyes and the bite. Yeesh. What's your temperature looking like? Hello, Void. Temperature is 109. Pulse is 1... Temperature is 109. I think it's elevated, right? Yeah, high temp, 109. Yeah, she, don't worry, we're gonna send you to a nice, waiting room.
I'm so tired of this.
Oh, you won't be tired much longer. You'll be sleeping soon.
Move it.
Next.
What are you doing? Is this really necessary?
Okay, damn, settle down. She shit herself. She got a dookie stain on her butt. Hello, Channy. Pulse is 167. 167, and temperature is 108. Temperature is... yeah, 108. That is high temperature. She's infected for sure. Bye-bye.
What do you mean, special processing?
Oh, they're gonna love your attitude in there. Don't you worry about that. Oh, is that everyone? Okay.
Identification verified.
I hope you guys aren't...
Quarantine status
She just flipped me off?
No incidents
What the
reported.
f... That girl just flipped me off. That was rude. The problem is... See, the problem is with the quarantine is if one of them turns into a zombie, they're gonna kill the other one. So...
Are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait.
better hope that they're either both not infected or they both are infected. I have a question about gaming consoles and planning on getting a new one. Do you have any recommendations? I don't know. I'm not much of a console guy. Maybe,
Damn it! Generator's dead. Told you to keep those fuel barrels sealed. They got damp. Refill the tanks and bring the power back online.
Maybe like maybe like a PlayStation? I don't know.
Say the magic words. Let there be light. And throw the switch.
How many provisions do we need? We need 7 food. We only have 2, so 5. And then med kits, we need 2 of them. Wait, what is this? Upgrade? Wait, why is there a exclamation point? Oh, I think I need to go there and turn it on. Is that guy smoking a cigarette?
Fine work, soldier. You've mastered the lever.
Yo,
Let's
dude.
see if you can handle something tougher.
We're in a zombie apocalypse. Why are you
Always have
smoking a
people coming to the
cigarette?
checkpoint.
The fuck?
That
What
means
the
more
hell?
bodies and more pressure. Don't let any straw break the camel's back. Time to upgrade our base. First, upgrade the base to level 2.
Upgrade the base to level 2. How do I do that? Tablet. Upgrades. Ooh.
Easy as pie.
Nice.
But not so fast. Now we need to deal with the generator.
What?
Select the generator.
Okay.
Give it
Upgrades.
some muscle. Don't get cocky, soldier. Everything in this camp requires power. More buildings and bigger facilities means more power. Nothing
Okay.
is free here.
All right, settle down. No need to get so aggressive, right? Zone level 2. All right, another day, another dollar. Do I get a new toy?
See this? It's usually used to test reflexes. The infected have slowed reactions. You'll notice the difference right away. No need to reinvent the wheel or hammer on this one.
I get a hammer?
Personally, I'd like to see a bat wrapped in barbed wire.
You
Whatever.
are in a quarantine
Just be
zone.
careful.
Stay
Don't go
calm
cracking
and
any
wait for your
skulls.
turn. Remove your outer
Sweet
clothing,
hammer.
hats, glasses, and gloves. Prepare your belongings for inspection.
Hammer time, baby.
Identification verified. Quarantine status stable. No incidents reported.
Should I inspect these guys? Alright, lady.
Please don't scan me with that. I've heard stories.
Pulse is 185. Ayo. What? Nah, she's cooked.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Her temperature's 105 as well.
Lizard.
Pulse may be high because you're pointing a Glock. Pookie, this is literally a temperature taker. I ain't pointing no Glock at her. This can't shoot anything. Alright, well she's definitely infected. Can I? Give me one sec, chat. Hello guys. My dad like freaked out and got lost, so
Don't say anything. Just follow the guard.
alright. No. Yuki. I'm gonna I'm gonna help my dad find his phone real quick. It should be like a minute. Just give me like 1 minute, please. Oh my god. I'm back. Okay. Sorry guys. Hello Bones Keeper. Welcome. My dad like knocked on my door and was freaked out. He like got lost, I guess, in the house. It's getting really bad. Is he okay now? Yeah, I put on a TV show for him and gave him his phone, so hopefully he will not leave the house again. Jeez. Okay.
Identification verified. Quarantine.
Where are you going, girl? Alright, let's check the other guy.
I can't.
Pulse is 104, temperature's normal. What was wrong with him before? Oh, his pulse was a little... Or wait. His temperature's normal. His temperature was high before, but it's fine now. Oh, we can check his reflexes as well. His temperature is fine. High temp? No, it's not. 97 is completely normal. We can check his reflexes. And hit him in the balls. Ooh, hello, Raytheon. Okay. That's bizarre. Is that new? Okay, I think he's fine. I think he's chill.
Same shit, different day.
Identification verified. Quarantine.
Next.
I was helping others out there. Look, no bites.
Okay. Why is her mouth open? What the f... Girl, close your mouth. A fly's gonna go in there. Pulse is 98. Pulse and temperature are fine. Pulse and temperature are fine. Ow! bitch! You fuck. Hyper aggressive reflex. Don't you ever hit me again. Don't you ever do that shit again. You hear me? Hey. We gotta send her to quarantine.
This has to be a mistake.
No. Not after you hit me.
Don't make me
Next.
Please, if you find something, lie. I can't go.
Yeah. I don't know if I could lie about this one, pal. Whereas it's kind of like right there, bro. I don't think I can lie about this one, man. It's kind of like right there, bro. Well. Pulse is 180, 190. Temperature is 108.
Remove your outer clothing.
Jeez
Hats,
Louise.
Glasses and gloves.
His pulse is 190. His
Prepare
temperature
your
is
belongings for
108.
inspection.
Buddy, I don't know how to break this to you. You're kind of. Well, at least your reflexes are fine. Unfortunately, though, it's not really looking great for you. Here, let me give you a little tap on the way out. What the fuck? What the heck? Bro, sliding. Next.
Survivor.
I'd give anything and everything to wake up from this nightmare.
Everyone has freckles. Everyone has freckles. Oh, his mouth's open. That's not good. What's your post looking at? Pulse is really low. Well, I don't think that's that low. It's fine. His pulse and temperature are normal. Yeah. Alright, let's check your... What? Uh-oh. No, that's not good. Buddy. That's the wrong arm. My friend. That's the wrong arm. You know what that means, right? I think you know what that means. Well, actually, he probably doesn't, but I do.
I'm so tired of this.
Next.
Went through quarantine once. I passed.
I've been through quarantine once. I passed. That doesn't mean anything. Let me check your arms. Let me see if your balls work. Yeah. They seem to work. Ball check.
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn. Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves. Prepare your belongings.
Was that
for
really
inspection.
necessary? Of course it was. You always gotta do a ball check. Pulse 106, temperature 97. That's fine. Good night, Num-Nums. Okay, I think this guy's chill. I don't see anything wrong with him. Yeah. Alright.
Move it.
Next.
Papers?
Oh my. Oh my. Bruise. No bites. Bruises. Let's check your temperature. Temperature is 98. Pulse is 93. That's fine. Huh. Not really any... Not really... He's not, It's kind of absent. Like, barely any reflex. But that's not a sign of infection, technically. One more test. Yeah, you're safe.
Next survivor.
Next.
Thank you for at least not yelling at me.
Okay. Yeah. Uh-oh. That's not good. Girl? That's not good. What's your temperature? Her temperature's fine, but the hammer test does not lie, unfortunately. Sorry, lady. Oh! Well, at least we know she doesn't have balls.
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn.
At least it's not a death
Remove your
sentence,
outer clothing,
right?
hats, glasses, and gloves. Prepare your belongings for inspection.
Next.
Don't make me wait.
I already went through quarantine once. I passed.
Don't care. She has a bruise on her arm. Bruise, bruise. Okay, her reflexes are fine. Let's check her temperature. Ooh, pulse 130. That's kind of a high pulse, girl. I think we need to keep an eye on her.
I was healthy yesterday. Just check again.
Nah. I don't need to check again. Fucking tell me to check again. We need 3 more foods. And then we need 2 more med kits. Perfect.
Identification verified.
Well, these people just went in
Quarantine
today, so we
status
gotta wait.
Stable. No incident.
We gotta wait. You hear the roses, Emma? Okay. 0 deaths. That's a good sign. Evacuation today. Is that good? How many? 10. Okay. What are we doing? Oh, I should check the quarantine.
Attention. Evacuation convoy arriving today. Identification verified. Quarantine status stable. No incidents reported.
Every second we stand here, they are coming closer.
Hmm. Her arms are fine. Wait, what was wrong with her before? Oh, she was aggressive. And that's gone. Her temperature's fine now. So is her... Hello, Vivian. I think she's good to go.
What if something goes wrong?
Nah, you'll be alright.
Please. I have children. They're waiting for me.
Ball check. She ain't got no balls. Uh, 105 pulse, 97 temperature. Her pulse is low. Her pulse is fine now. I think she's good. Yeah, you're fine.
Thank you. Please.
Hello, Galen. We need some more food, it looks like. Let's buy some more food. And then we also need some meds. Boop.
Attention. Evacuation convoy
Next.
arriving today.
What's wrong with you, sir? Besides the fact that you shit yourself. He's hiccuping. He has scratches on his forehead. Is that...
In a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn. Remove your outer
Oh.
hats,
He has red eyes,
glasses,
too.
And gloves. Prepare your belongings for inspection.
He has this one. And skin cuts. Oh. His pulse is 169 was the highest. Pulse was 169. His temperature was fine. Ball check. Get your ass to quarantine. Next.
Survivor. Thank you for at least not yelling at me.
He's got dookie on his arms, but belly. Okay, he passes this test. His pulse and temperature are okay. I think this guy's chill. One more test before I let you go, though. Balls test. Oh, he does have balls. And we need more food as well. Okay. Next.
Move it.
What the?
Hey, buddy. Don't worry, I'm not sick. I just look like this.
The hell? What? Hey. Wait a minute. Oh. He's infected though. He has the cross reflex. He's a skeleton. Ball check. Send him to the gulag. See ya.
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn. Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves.
Oh my. Next.
Prepare your belongings for inspection.
What happens if you find something? What will you do to me?
We'll see. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good for you, lady. Her pulse is 190. Damn. One thing before we let her go. Ball check. No balls.
Don't say anything. Just follow the guards.
Good luck to you. Next.
Don't make me wait.
Sorry if I'm slow. It's hard to think straight.
Really? Ooh! Excuse... Don't you ever hit me again. Keep your hands off me, woman. Her temperature and pulse are normal, but that was alarming. She gotta go to quarantine. One more time for good measure.
You've got to be kidding me.
No. Next. Whoa.
I don't want to cause any trouble. Just let me through if I'm clear.
Yeah. Naughty boy. Huh. Reflexes are okay. His temperature is 109 and his pulse is 144. His temperature is 109. His pulse is 144. Before we send you off to your amazing retreat, ball check. Have fun in there.
Stay calm and wait for your turn. Remove your
papers?
hats, glasses, and gloves. Prepare your belongings for inspection.
You look normal, but... Okay. He's got a little bruise on his forehead, actually. Let's write that down. What's your temperature? His pulse is 100. His temperature is 97. I think that's normal. I think he's normal. It's your lucky day, sir.
Thanks. Bye.
Next.
I'd give anything and everything to wake up from this nightmare.
Yeah, I don't care. Let's see. Pulse is 115. That's kind of high, no? No, it's not. What am I saying? Temperature and pulse are okay. Okay. Hello, Claire Bear. No balls. I think she's good.
Thanks for letting me live, at least.
Next. We need some more food, actually. And medication. Oh! Excuse me? Bitch? Did you ever hit me again? Yuki, there's no room for you on this table. You're not a kitten anymore. Oh my god. Okay, fine. Bro, my cat used to sleep on my table behind my keyboard when she was a kitten, but now she's a big fatty. There's not room for her anymore. Girl, hey. Okay, fine. You can lay there. That's okay.
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and
temperature's
wait for your
102,
turn.
pulse is
Remove your outer
85.
clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves.
Temperature is
Prepare your belongings
elevated.
for inspection.
Okay, we gotta quarantine you, but ball check before you go.
Beds don't grow on trees here, soldier.
Check again.
Can't keep people in the survivor's block forever. Evacuation's part of your job, too. These folks need to be moved out of the city.
Identification verified. Attention. Evacuation convoy arrived.
Do 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 do. Start evacuation. Continue. Choose destination. Science truck. Oh. Quota. Should I only go for money, or we already met the quota? Maybe I could go for science now. Science, baby. End evacuation.
Congrats on your first evac, buddy. Hope it went smoothly. The report will come tomorrow morning.
Rat!
Get some rest.
You see that? There's a rat right there. Yuki, instead of being a lazy cat who just eats and sleeps all day, why don't you go catch that rat?
Nice work, buddy. Remember, quotas are our main mission.
Let me turn down the volume just a tiny bit.
Let's just say they won't be sending us to quarantine. And
Do 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 do.
look at this. Ring any
Ooh.
bells?
It's a scanner.
Beauty, isn't it? This scanner can see right through clothing, pick out scars, bites. A real marvel of technology. Keep this away from the perverts.
Let's go check
Identification verified.
here.
Quarantine status stable. No incidents reported.
Okay. Pulse is 157. Temperature is... Oh my. Temperature is 109. Oh, he's cooked. No, it's over for him. Do you have a bite? Whoa! He's wearing a thong! Yeah, you need to be sent to,
No.
Yeah, I think it's over for you, buddy. Real quick before you go.
HII.
Crystal, thank you so much for the sub. How about you?
Every second we stand here, they're coming closer.
Oh, so we're swinging now. Dumb bitch. Fucking swing on me. Whoa. Let's check his temperature and his pulse. Temperature is 100. His temperature's still high. Oh my god, his underwear blends in with the skin. I thought we were about to see some dick and balls. I don't know. Leave him in quarantine, I guess.
Fine, but please don't do this.
Are we done? Can I just go?
No. I have to check you for bites, lady. No bites. That's good. Reflexes are good. Pulse is 113. I don't think that's... What was her problem before? Oh, there's new... Check her shoes. Already did. This first thing we checked was her shoes. She's not aggressive anymore. That's what her problem was, that she was aggressive. I think she's good.
Same shift, different day.
What happens if you find something? What will you do to me?
That's quite big. Impressive.
We're gonna have to keep him in quarantine, I guess. He doesn't have any new symptoms, and he hasn't gotten better or worse.
Swear.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Identification verified.
Next.
Don't make me wait.
Whoa.
Please, if you find something, lie. I can't go back.
Yeah. Right. She's gray like an alien. Yeah. Oh, no, it's just dirt. No bites there.
Sorry, Mo, we can't doff it.
She has no bites. Check her reflexes. Reflexes are okay. Ball check. No balls. Check her temperature. Pulse and temperature are fine. Alright, lady. You gotta go to quarantine.
Have kids.
Next.
Please. I didn't do anything wrong, I swear.
Whoa. What happened there?
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn.
Pulse is 175. That's a little high.
Prepare your belongings.
175 is kind of high, bro. Check your reflexes. Reflexes are good. Whoa. What is that? Oh, I think that's a tattoo. Tattoo. Okay. Scratches. She's got scratches. Another tattoo. Okay. She also has this, which is... What is that? Red bruise. I think that's what that is. It's a red bruise. Yeah. Okay, lady, we're gonna need to keep an eye on you for now. Give you a little love tap on your way out.
I feel fine. Please don't do this.
See ya. Next.
Let's just get this over with.
Whoa. Okay. Her reflexes are good. Temperature is good. Pulse is good. She's got a lot of tattoos. A lot of tattoos. No bites. She has bruises though. Let's see. She has bruises on her face. She has freckles. Yeah, I think that's it. You're good to go.
Thanks for letting me live, at least.
Next.
You are in a quarantine zone.
Whoa.
I don't have any symptoms. See?
Yeah, no, you don't have any symptoms. True that, brother.
Your belongings for inspection.
Yeah, don't see any symptoms here. There's not even an option for yellow. He's... Bro, looks like he's the lemon. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Lemon Grab from, Does that count as green skin? I don't even know. There's not an option for yellow skin. Well, let's check his other stuff. Okay, pulse is 112. I'm confused. This is green skin, right? Because there's not an option for yellow skin in the symptoms. Right? I mean, that's pretty clearly yellow. He doesn't have any symptoms besides his skin being yellow. That doesn't look green. It's very clearly yellow. Maybe... And our quarantine is full, so...
Identification verified. Quarantine status.
I don't know. What do we do with this guy? You shoot him? Alright, let's see if yellow skin is bad. Poor inspection. Oh. He wasn't infected. Oh wait, no, it said infected and limit. Oh, I lose points if I hit them in the balls. Whoops.
You don't need to check me. Just look in my eyes. I'm fine.
I guess he was infected. Alcoves, thank you so much for the sub.
Stay calm and wait
Happy
for
2
your
months.
turn. Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves. Prepare your belongings for inspection.
Her temperature and pulse is fine. Boop, 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 boop. Beep, 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 beep. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, she just has a tattoo. I think she's fine. Next.
Thank you.
My hands won't stop shaking.
Right. Oh my. She's not looking so good. She looks like Lemon Grab from Adventure Time. She has red bruises as well. We gotta see if we can find a bite mark though. We want to make sure we mark everything. Any bite marks? Nope. Alright, let's check the temperature. Whoa. Pulse is 189. Pulse is 189. Okay, lady. See ya.
Identification verified.
I'm worried about this guy.
Stable. No
Yo,
incidents
excuse me?
reported.
I'm worried about this guy. I feel like he might turn. I feel like this guy might turn into a zombie and eat them both. Because he's been in here a day already. I mean, it... The thing is...
Scan me with that. I've heard stories.
Oh, bitch. His temperature is still 100. The problem is he doesn't have any bites. There's no way for me to know if he's infected. He could just have a cold or something. I don't know. He didn't lose any symptoms either. He has the same symptoms. Alright, quarantine one more day.
What do you mean, precautionary measures?
We're just gonna have to wait a day and see what happens. He might eat them both, but, you know. Problem is there's 2 people in there with him. Deaths in the block. New directives are now available. Check the bulletin board. Huh?
New directives are now available. Check the bulletin board immediately.
Okay. We have intel on a man named Solomon, who claims he survived 3 infections, but our records list him as dead for 5 years. If he shows up, send him straight to quarantine. What? How do we know if... who's who? Maybe... Oh, god damn it. God damn it. Alright. Well. Alright. I guess we, maybe if someone is in quarantine for more than 1 day, we just don't take the chance. Next. What's this guy's name? Oh, we see his name. Abe Crow. I see. Reflexes are fine. Pulse and temperature is fine. I don't... This guy's not much of a talker, is he? There's leg reflexes too. No, it's not necessary. If the arms are fine, the legs will be fine. Look. See? Same thing. Arya, thank you so much for the, Thank you so much for the gifts. Alright, buddy. I'm gonna be honest with you, you look fine. Get on at it. Get on out of here.
He's got that shifty look in his eyes. Oh. Oh.
Whoa.
I've seen this before. $10 says he's got contraband in that backpack.
Why are his lips so red? Survivors carrying luggage that may carry contraband. Inspect the table for prohibited items. Personal items and food are permitted. Weapons are not. Zombie parts are a biohazard. Anyone carrying them must be treated as infected.
You wouldn't believe the things people
Jesus
try to
Christ.
sneak into their new life.
Is that a
Take this guy,
flamethrower?
for example. A real weirdo, but harmless. Sometimes, though, you find a whole arsenal. Can't let that into the camp. That'd spell disaster.
Okay, it said personal items and food is not... It said personal items and food is fine. Does a frying pan count as a weapon? I mean, this should be fine. Should be okay. Okay. Dude, freaking having flip-flops in a zombie apocalypse is actually like, he should be killed just for that. It's a zombie apocalypse and bro's in flip-flops. His temperature's fine. That's just dirt. Rise, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you. Okay, this guy seems fine, I guess. Wait, what's his name? Carl White. Solomon. That's not him. Alright, Carl White, it's your lucky day, buddy. Get out of my sight.
I wonder if I'll know anybody in here.
Next. Reflexes are good. Temperature is okay. That is that necrosis? Is that necrosis? What is that? Bro's name is Patrick Davis. I'm pretty sure...
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn. Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves.
Is that not necrosis? That means he's infected.
For inspection.
Unless it's a red bruise. It looks like necrosis. It's like weird and... I think that's necrosis. Oh yeah. Should have marked that. He also has a bruise on his cheek. Okay, well, if that is necrosis, bro's a zombie, so... Love tap. Let's see if he was infected. He was infected. Next. Okay, so that wasn't a... Is that a fucking golden chainsaw? Strange, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Dude, bro brought in a golden chainsaw. What the hell? Those are bullets.
Wait.
That's a sword. That's a syringe. Does that count as a weapon?
Just like high school.
Alright, buddy. Bro had weapons on him, so it's not a good sign. Flip-flops again! In a zombie apocalypse? Okay, bro's just not reacting. Yeah, that sneezing's not a good sign, buddy. Okay, he's not reacting to my hammer time stuff. Absent reflex. Yeah, you're gonna want to hold that.
Best zombie catcher.
Thank you so much for the bits, Yuki. Temperature is 100.6 was the max, which means that it's elevated. Yeah, bro's not in good shape, I'm not gonna lie. He has red skin. Alright, let's check for bites. Let's get down to...
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn. Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves. Prepare your belongings for inspection.
What's his name? What's your name? Jerry White. Okay. We're gonna have to... Yo, relax. We're gonna have to, send you to quarantine, buddy. Ball check.
Sure. What else could go wrong?
Next.
Next survivor.
Oh, more... What is with everyone in wearing flip-flops?
Please, I've lost too much already. Don't make me turn back.
Yeah, you can just side bow, respectfully. Okay, it doesn't look like he has any weapons. Let's check your... Boop. Boop. No reaction to the hammer. Let's check his temperature. Pulse is 79, 80-ish. Temperature is 98. Okay. Let's check for bites. Also, he has bruises and his eyes are yellow. Not necessarily mean anything bad yet. But again, me. Emily, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Hi, I actually discovered this YouTube channel last Monday when my mom passed away. Thank you for making me feel a lot better. Oh, wow. That's really sad, Emily. I'm sorry to hear that. This guy seems okay. What was his name?
Thank you.
Wait, was he the guy I was supposed to Riley?
You are in quarantine.
No reaction?
Stay calm and wait for your turn.
Her eyes are
Your
that's not
outer
good.
clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves.
Her eyes are conjugate whatever.
For inspection.
Oh, she has a backpack. She has a... What is that, a piece of chicken? I'm gonna take that and that. You can keep the salmon? Is that a piece of fish? Hello, Chewie. You can keep the rest. Although I won't lie to you, it's not looking good for you. Her pulse is 195. Uh-oh. Pulse is 195. I'm not gonna lie to you, lady. It's not looking great for you. Doot. Okay, well, we gotta send you to quarantine. Let me give you a little love tap. Maybe that'll reset her and make her get better. Yeah, go ahead and get her now. Next!
Sick. I swear.
Whoa.
Give me a second.
Solomon. Wait, this is the guy. Send him straight to quarantine. I'm still gonna check him for... I'm gonna still check him for, pulse is 115. That's fine. Isn't high pulse a zombie? Is it? Maybe. Hold on.
Good work, Grunt.
Not a death sentence.
Don't get used to the praise.
What was her pulse?
I don't have any symptoms. See?
Oh, she has... Oh, yeah, she's infected. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta go. Whoops. What?
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn. External infected rushing the perimeter. Prevent breach.
Not this again. Zombies! Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Huh. Oh! What the? One made it past. Nice. Do 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 do. That wasn't too bad.
Soldiers say some jackass wrote dirty poems on the camp walls. Find out who they're
Uh-oh.
talking about.
Power.
Track down the artist.
Generator power, fuel needed for today. Oh, I think we need to upgrade our generator. Zone level 3. Can we... Replenish fuel. Okay. It says there's a mission called Ask Your Mom. Find all the poems using the flashlight. What? The frick? What does that mean? Wanted, bruised face. Let's go check quarantine. What? Thank you for the membership, Emily. I appreciate that. It's supposed to be... It says find the poems using your flashlight. What the heck? Hello, Candy. Thank you so much, Emily. Poem. How are we supposed to find the poem with our flashlight? What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. Oh. Hello, Brittany. Where the frick is our poem? Find a poem using your flashlight. What the hell does that even mean? Next.
Don't make me wait.
Huh? That's new. I passed. That symptom's not in our database. Fresh mutation. Deja vu. Pandemics never change. Exciting. Time to add it to the symptom chart.
Tag the unknown symptom.
Tap the right symptom on the list. Now switch over to the distribution tab. There's a lot we don't understand about the disease. The poor guy won't make it through the procedure. I'm really sorry. You saw him, right? Even a light breeze
Oh,
would
when
knock
there's a
him
new
over.
symptom,
This
we
way,
sent them
maybe
there.
his sacrifice will actually help keep others alive somehow.
Identification verified. Quarantine
All right, let's
status.
check these people.
No incidents reported.
I don't think SENZ'S looks at YT chat. That's not true. Yes, I do. What was this guy's symptoms? Elevated temperature. Let's see if that's still a thing. 100. Nah, he's still sick. What does that mean, though? If he's still sick, do we just shoot him? You know what? I'm gonna just see what happens, honestly. Get your ass to quarantine. Liquidation. Love tap on the way out. Little tap. Ball check. Ball check. Ball check. There it is.
Now the main problem area is up here. All of this going on up here is
Let's see if he was infected.
the most physical discomfort.
Was he? Oh yeah, he was infected. Okay. How do you know if he was infected or not? When they shoot him in liquidation, if he's infected, you get money for it. If he's not infected, you lose money. This guy never had any symptoms. We just sent him here because... I think this guy's chill, to be honest.
Thanks for letting me live at least.
Identification safe zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn.
Guys, my cat's being really cute right now. Hold on. I want to take a picture. You guys want to see? Do do do. I just took a picture of her. Let me show you. Wah, wah. Do do do. Look, she's laying like that right now. I just took that picture. She's just chilling. I just took that picture right now. She's chilling right there. Getting her fur everywhere. You're a little chubby girl. Whoa. Extract the target organ highlighted green. Destroy organs highlighted yellow and that are blocking the way to the target. Do not destroy organs highlighted red. Owl Mage, thank you so much for the sub. Happy 7 months. Okay, so extract the target organ highlighted green. Destroy the organs highlighted yellow and that are blocking the way to the target organ. Do not destroy organs highlighted red. Oh, we're about to own this guy. Holy moly. What are we doing to this guy? Place the extracted organ in the sample creator and place the sample in the analyzer to discover a new symptom. Man, that guy just got cooked. Oh, whoops. Okay. Unlock all the symptoms in the chain to receive the following rewards. You have completed a time challenge and gotten an additional reward. Skin rash. Okay, so that's bad. It said something about find all the poems using the flashlight. Where would we see poems? The fuck does that even mean? What the frick does that even mean? Yuki, you're so cute. Every time I look down at my keyboard, she's just little fatty. My cat is so cute. You're the cutest cat. She just took that screenshot, not me. Yuki-chan, Yuki-chan. Alright, go back to sleep. Hey! Don't press the buttons. What? Stop pressing buttons.
Identification verified.
Next.
Move it.
I already went through.
Holy moly. What?
I passed.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! No, you get off the keyboard. Young lady. Hey. Young lady. Oh my god. Base upgrade, baby. Hello, Mikey. Okay, she has Boku. This dude came in with like bombs and hey! Stop pressing the buttons. You stinky girl. Should I take his money? Oh no, that's his. Hello, ego. Alright, let's check this guy. Temperature 97, pulse 90. Okay. Okay. Looking good so far. No bites. This guy looks normal. Although he looks really sad. Hey buddy, no need to be so sad. Here, let me give you a little thing. You know, if you want to be sad, I'll give you a reason to be sad. Bonk. Enjoy your stay.
You are in a
I made it.
Stay calm and
Next.
remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves. Prepare your belongings.
Thank you for at least
What
not
the?
yelling at me.
What is that? She has a whole hot dog in there, like fully seasoned in it. Goddamn. Okay, those are definitely weapons. Does this count as a weapon? No. Apparently it did not. Okay. I mean, sure. Okay, she's not responding to anything hammer related. Her pulse is 116. Her temperature is 105. Wait. $107. It's 107. Yeah, her temperature's bad. Alright, let's check her for... Dude. Let's check her for bites. Whoa. She's got big bruises on her back. Big bruise. No bites though. Okay, she has enough for... Her temp is high. She's infected. Sorry, lady. Bye-bye.
I'm so tired of this.
Get out of here. Next. Survivors have been reported that somebody intentionally let zombies into the last safe zone. He was beaten severely before escaping. We believe wanted bruised face. I see. Well, her face is definitely not bruised. Pulse 158, temperature 99. Uh-oh. She's infected. Go.
You are in a quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn. Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves.
Yellow skin is a new one, though.
Belongings for inspection.
I think we send her to the lab. She's infected anyway.
Identification verified. Quarantine status stable. No.
We gotta figure out why she got yellow skin. Hey. I thought it was green. I don't think that is green. I think that's yellow. Ah. Zzz.
If you experience any symptoms, report to the staff immediately.
I like how we're just lasering her organs. Oh, and she's dead. No symptoms found. What? What? Okay, I guess that was just green skin then. I could have sworn... Dude, that's clearly yellow. Okay, well, at least we know that the yellow skin just means green skin. Hold on, chat. My mom's calling me. Hello. I'm back. I'm gonna be honest, guys. My dad has gotten really bad. My mom came home and she found my like garage door open with like a bunch of stuff just thrown on the floor. I don't know what the hell my dad's doing, but there's a big chance that I I don't have to end stream now. My mom's home. Everything is fine. I might have to in the future, not right now, but in the future I might my options here are I either have to like pause streams every like hour or so to go check on my dad, or I just need to not stream until my mom gets home from work, which means that streams would have to be like at 5:30 p.m. every day. So I don't know. I really it really sucks because I don't know who I'm supposed to be upset at. There's no one I can be upset at because it's not my dad's fault he has dementia, but like at the same time it's kind of getting in the way of like everything. Like I just can't it seems like I just can't leave him alone. It's getting pretty bad. Not my most ideal scenario to be in life. Not really great for me, but you know.
Don't bother checking. There's nothing valuable left.
Not great for me.
Okay.
That is a weapon magazine. Really sucks because as soon as I start to like feel, it really sucks because these streams for me are an escape too, obviously. I know that some people watch streams to escape reality, but as the streamer, it's kind of an escape for me too, so it kind of just ruins the entire stream for me whenever I'm reminded of how shit my life outside of it is. Oh my god. (106). His temperature is 106. High temp. Oh, well, she's cooked anyway. Those are red eyes. Is her skin pale? Sorta. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I don't really need anything in specific. Just you being here is fine.
Don't make me wait.
I just need to get to the safe zone.
Garlic?
My family is waiting for me.
Oh, those are teeth. What? Doesn't garlic count as a weapon? Oh, no, it doesn't. Never mind. Is teeth contaminated baggage? If you discover zombie body parts while inspecting baggage, do not touch.
Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves.
What does that count as?
Belongings for inspection.
It says contaminated baggage. If you discover zombie parts while inspecting, does that count as a zombie part? It doesn't look... It doesn't necessarily mean zombie teeth. Okay, she's definitely infected. No, Yuki, please get off of my escape bar. Okay. She's definitely infected. Her skin is 100% green. Might be worse than green skin, to be honest. Does she have a bite anywhere? That's a tattoo. It's in its own category, its teeth. I don't see that. Unless there's a way, how do we like discover teeth? Do we send her to the lab? Or do we take it?
Identification verified. Quarantine status.
Nope, that is not what we're supposed to do. Next. Someone with a bruised face. Okay, well this guy's definitely infected. Pulse is 189, 193. Pulse is almost 200. Temperature is 109. That's crazy.
Stay calm and wait for
Does he have
your
a
turn.
bite?
Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves.
Hello, Alistair.
Prepare your belongings for inspection.
He has red eyes.
I'm so tired of this.
It's gonna be tough. Me and my sissy are on the same boat with my mom lately, too. It's fine, Chewy. It's alright. Yeah, I'll be honest, guys. I don't really want to talk about it. Thank you, Nix. Talking about it will not make it any better for me. This isn't something that, like...
Identification verified.
Next survivor.
This place is filthy. What is wrong with you people?
I think this is the guy that, Pulse is 110. Is that high? No. This is the guy that we're supposed to kill. Yeah. We gotta get rid of this guy. Have that on your way out, bozo. Yeah, I appreciate you guys wanting to be here for me and talk about it, but I think because this is one of those things that doesn't go away, and it's just gonna get progressively worse. Talking about it doesn't really work for me. But I appreciate it though. I appreciate the thoughts, but yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I'd rather just use streams as a means to escape rather than continue to depress myself by talking about it more. We're done, but we need to find the poems. We're supposed to find poems. Oh, is this one of them? No. Bye, Naomi. I know where one of the poems are. Yeah, where is it? Tell me.
Will result in immediate consequences.
Going to the area where your bed is. Okay. Where even is my bed? I forget. That's back here. Oh. 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 Oh, I mean, it's like glowing. It seems pretty easy to find. Okay, so we should be able to find the rest pretty easily if it's that, like, obvious. I thought it would be more subtle, but... There's footsteps on the floor. The footsteps probably point towards it, no? Oh, yeah, okay. Where do these footsteps point towards? This way.
Any aggression toward personnel will not be tolerated.
Where?
Offenders will be isolated.
Oh, right here. There we go. Do 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 do. What? Back in here? Oh. Huh? Ew, I hate dubstep. Is it this way? No, Yuki. You gotta get off my keyboard, young lady. Please. No. Don't move your head back. I keep moving my keyboard out of the way of her head, and she keeps just putting her head farther and farther back. Please. Oh.
Filthy little rat! Let me catch him. I'll rip his ears off. This place is a joke. Who the hell let him get his hands on paint? Who's in charge of the goddamn storage?
Hello, B. Do 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 do.
I'm so screwed. I left the storage unlocked, and now we're missing some paint cans. Oh, please, you gotta help me find them before the next inspection. We use this type of paint to mark hidden caches. It's damn near impossible to get it off. You should still be able to find traces of it with a flashlight.
Huh? Find the vandal by the paint cans. Paint stains on their clothes. Who's been vandalizing? Is it you? Hello, Sakura. One of these people has to have paint stains on them. You gotta use your UV scanner? Are you sure? It says find the vandal by the paint stains on their clothes. It says on their clothes, not under their clothes. What are you talking about?
I can explain. The old fool brought it on himself. He can't keep his mouth shut. He's always picking fights and talking
Hello,
trash
Christy.
behind everyone's back. I just wanted to teach him a lesson, make him know his place. We can work something out, right? I'll give the paint back, and you can say you caught the troublemaker and punished him. I've got money. Please, please don't kick me out.
Take the money or leave the residential block. Should we kick him out or take the money? How much money is it?
If you experience any symptoms, report to the staff immediately.
Hello, Perry. Should we take the money or kick him out? What do you guys think? How much money is it? I guess it depends on how much money. Wait, the money's not even there anymore. What? Did I take the money? Hello, Chrissy. I don't remember taking the money, but apparently I did.
Thank you so much.
Any attempts to leave the zone without authorization will...
Hello, Mel. What do the upgrades I got even do? Give me one sec. Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Baby. Wow, wow. How do you save? Does it just save every day? Hello, Leo.
Don't play possum, soldier. I know you're up. There's a new symptom. Go see Georgie. He'll brief you.
Okay,
New directives are now available.
I'm gonna take a break from this game for today, just because I do want to make a YouTube video out of this, and Honestly, after the thing with my dad today, I'm not confident that I will be entertaining for the rest of this game. I think tomorrow when I've like slept and gotten over it, it'll be better. Let's just like yap for a bit or something. I don't know. Oh, I actually was gonna do. I was also gonna do a sponsor today, but I'll probably just hold off till tomorrow. Wait, do I have time? February 11th. Yeah, I have time. Yeah, I want to make a YouTube video out of playing that game, and considering that my day has been shit on, I'd rather just maybe hang out for a bit. Hello, Shoku. Have you eat though? Yeah, I ate before stream. I went to the gym and then I came home and I ate food. So I'm good on food. I went to the gym, came home, and then how many were I have like an app that my physical trainer, my gym coach, what are they called? They gave me like a little to-do list. I have 2 more workouts this week, I think. Really? Only 2, huh? All right. So tomorrow is my rest day, and then the day after that, I do another workout. And then the day after that is my rest day, and then the day after that, I do another workout. She said she wanted to start off slow on our. You know what's weird though, guys? Wait, can I tell you about something that happened on my first day? Can you guys tell me if this is weird? Because like at the time, I didn't really think about it. Actually, I need opinions on this because I'm not sure how to feel about this. So, on my first day of with the physical trainer, okay, she looked really young. Like she looked like she was like 20 or something, right? So we didn't really talk about anything personal. She asked me about my phone case, and I was like, "Yeah, this is good. You should get it." And then like during one of our like sets, she showed me. By the way, as a gym coach, really really good. She showed me like good form, and like she gave me like really good tips and stuff. So amazing gym coach. What happened though was the only thing that we really spoke about was she was like, "Do you have any questions for me?" Like we had a little bit of downtime, so she was like making small talk, and I was like, "Yeah, how long have you been doing gym coaching?" And she said 8 years, and I was like, "Whoa, you look like you're like 20." And then she was like, "Oh yeah, it must be because I'm like I've heard that before because of like my personality." And I was like, "Okay." And then on my way out, because I usually go to the gym with like my dad. On my way out, that wasn't the crazy thing. On my way out, I was walking with my dad, and he was like, how was the physical, like how's the gym trainer?" And I was like, "Oh, it was fine. She was nice." But I wasn't even speaking in English, by the way. I was speaking in Persian. And then this dude in front of us was like, "And she's beautiful too." And I was like, "The fuck?" Like, what? Huh? Like, and now I'm like, is that her boyfriend or something? Was he like stalking us? I'm a little weird. I'm a little like confused. Like, was that her boyfriend or something who was like checking out who she's working with? Or like, was that like someone who's stalking her maybe? It's just a little weird. I don't know. It feels a little strange to me. Like some like a random dude. Could be another client too. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. The thing is like, I don't know if it was another client. I don't know if it was her boyfriend. Either way, he clearly like was following us in some way because he was walking in front of us like outside the gym. And I didn't even say her name. I wasn't speaking English. So he must have known that I was training with her. Like he must have been watching. You know what I'm saying? Like he must have known that I was her client in some way. Bro must have been watching. So like, I don't know. Like it's I'm not sure what to make of it because it's like Maybe I'll ask her about it next Monday. Should I ask her? I could just let it go, but I could just like, I don't know, because like the thing is like, I feel like in every scenario, it's kind of a red flag, because it's like, first of all, because I wasn't speaking English and I wasn't speaking loud, so there's no way he would have known that I was talking about her. The only way that he would have known that she was physically like training me is if he was like following us or like knew. But I saw him get in his car and I didn't see her, so I don't know, like the dude just in front of us was like, and she's beautiful too. And like he was like, "Oh, sorry for interrupting," and then just walked away. Like he didn't try to make conversation. I feel like in every scenario that would have been weird as fuck. Like if it was her boyfriend, why is he like getting in contact with her clients? If it was a perverted client, obviously that's kind of weird. Or if it was like someone who's stalking her, that's also really weird. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bring it up to her. I think I'll wait till Monday, but I think I will bring it up to her because that was a little weird. Like, why was bro even like talking to us? The fuck? I think I definitely should bring it up to her at the next session. It was just kind of a weird thing. I didn't really think of it much at the time, but now that I bring it up, I guess it kind of does sound weird. Hello, Graph. I don't know. It's now that I'm saying it out loud, you know, I'm like, that's kind of weird. Yeah, I think next time, at our next set, because we meet once a week every Monday. So I think I'll bring it up to her next time. I don't know. That's just a bit odd to be considered normal, not to get weirded out and mentioning it next time. Yeah. Weird guy got eavesdropping. I mean, that's the thing is he wouldn't have known what I was saying about her. Because I was speaking in Persian to my dad. I wasn't even speaking English. So he would have had no way of knowing what I was saying. And I didn't even say anything weird. I just said, "Oh yeah, she's cool. Like she helped me work out some stuff." But yeah, it is weird that he knew I was like talking about her. Like he clearly would have had to have been following us in some way. So I guess I could ask her and just let her. Maybe he understood. No, he didn't. No. No. Yeah, no. No. He might also speak the language. Guys, please understand when I'm saying this. No, he did not. There's like, we're talking about Persian. No, he did not. He was not on the phone. No, he was not on the phone. He turned around and said it to us while laughing, while looking directly at us. Dude, hello, guys. I was speaking Persian to my father, not Spanish. This is not a common language. And also, like, he very clearly was just like a random American dude. Like, no, he was very clearly someone who was born here and only spoke English. Like, there's no way. There's no reason for him to know Persian. And even if he did understand us, that would have been eavesdropping. So it's definitely not an understanding thing. I think I'll just bring it up to her. I think I will just bring it up to her. Average American dude probably wouldn't learn to speak Persian. I mean, I don't know, yeah. It's definitely not. Some random American dude's not going to learn how to speak Persian, bro. Let's be honest with ourselves. Why the fuck would they? Persian is not a language that's going to be useful to anyone in America or like most places. It's not your stalker? I don't think a tall black guy would be stalking me. I'm going to be honest. I don't think so. Unless he's what does Persian sound like? It just sounds like Middle Eastern, I guess. Just, it's similar to Middle Eastern language. Just bring light mention of it. Yeah, I'm not gonna like freak her out. No. I'm not gonna freak her out, and I'm not gonna assume. Guys, it's best not to assume anything. That's why I originally didn't say anything about it. But I probably will still bring it up to her just because it's like in every scenario it's still kind of weird, no? Cuz like if he's her boyfriend, why is he like approaching her clients and like being like, "And she's beautiful." Haha. Like that's weird, right? Even if he's her boyfriend, it's weird, right? Maybe there's some off chance his family has Persians. No. Mm-mm. If he knew Persian, he would have said it. You know what I mean? Hello, Ghost Bean. Well, yeah, I mean, he just kind of like you can usually like tell if someone is. Well, okay, why would he be stalking me? He mentioned her, right? The dude mentioned her. He said, "And she's beautiful too," while laughing. Why would that him be stalking me? That doesn't make sense, right? Hello, Lala. But yeah, basically, I'm just gonna bring it up to her. I think only because in every scenario it would have been kind of weird. Like if it was her boyfriend, why the fuck is he approaching her clients, right? If it's not her boyfriend and it's her client or something, again, why the fuck is she approaching her other clients? It's weird. And then if it wasn't her client or her boyfriend, then maybe it was like a stalker, like a stranger who's just like eyeballing her. You know what I mean? Like oogling her. I don't know though. I'm a little scared. Like, what if I like tattle on him and she like gets him kicked out of the gym? Or what if she like gets him banned from the gym and dude tries to hurt me or something? I don't know. What if he's like mentally unstable? I'll still probably tell her. Carry some mace? Holy moly. I don't want to carry mace on me, bro. Just to go to the gym, it's like down the street. Good night. Good night, Squish. At least she can be cautious. Yeah. Do you carry something to defend yourself? No. I don't walk around with weapons on me, bro. That's scary. We don't want to assume that they're a pervert, Leo. You know what I mean? It's really bad to assume the worst of people. Okay? We don't want to. I mean, again, it's kind of hard. I get it because like in any situation, it would have been a little creepy. But I don't know. He could have just been like, if he was her boyfriend and he was just like checking out who his girlfriend was coaching, like that's fine, I guess. It's a little weird that he would even engage with us, and that comment is a little strange as well. But like, I don't know. Bro, I don't care about any of this. I just want to work out. What the fuck? I have a physical trainer to work out. I don't give a shit about like the drama, but like, you know, if she's in danger, it would be fair to tell her. If it's more like if she's in danger cuz she's really short, like she's small in stature. So I don't know. I'll still probably just bring it up to her, but I'll be like really chill about it, you know, just to make sure like it doesn't come off as me like thinking that I'm in danger. I'll just be like, "Hey, someone like approached us, or someone like made a comment to me while I was leaving the gym the other day. Is that your like boyfriend or something?" I'll probably just like say it very passively, just to see how she reacts to it. Or actually, I won't even say boyfriend. I'll just be like, "Is that a friend of yours?" You know? Hello, Adriana. Be like, "Hey, someone like made a comment on you while I was leaving the gym." I'll just be like, I'll just be very casual about it. I'll just be very casual. I'll just be like, "Hey, while I was leaving the gym on Monday last week, some person like made a comment about you. Is that like a friend of yours or?" I'll just be like very chill about it and then see how she reacts. That's crazy, bro. I interact with one person outside my household and I'm already in drama. It's like the first person I've interacted outside of my house in my town in like years. And it's just to work out. That's crazy, bro. Might as well not leave the house. I need to go to the gym though. Dude, you know what my problem is? Is I've tried working out at home. I can't do it. I can't work out at home. It's just I need to be in like the environment, you know? I really have tried working out from home and it's just I just can't do it. I think the gym is a lot better because it has like the right equipment. It has like people who are also there to work out. It's like the right environment, the right like vibes, you know? Hello, Mika. It's motivating. Yeah. Yeah. Who's he talking to? I'm talking to the chat, bruh. Hello? Workout at home is dangerous because at home there's TV, bed, and games. Yeah. I mean, people work out. To be fair, a lot of people will work out with TV at the gym. Like, if you do, what do you call it? If you do like a lot of cardio, people will usually watch like a TV while doing that. Like they'll watch a little something on their phone. So that's not very rare. It's more just like I need to be, I don't have the self-control, you know, like I know myself kind of thing. And I know that if I tried to work out from home, which I've tried it. It just doesn't work out because I will get distracted. I'll get demotivated. I think going out and going to the gym just motivates me more, you know? Go get some sleep. It's 6:24 p.m. I'm not a 90-year-old, bro. I'm not trying to go to sleep right now. What the hell? What the frick? I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do about streams going forward. I mean, if I want to be really safe, I could just stream at like 5:30 p.m., which is like later streams. But I mean, if that's the only way I could like just watch my dad for most of the day. If it gets worse, that might have to become my stream schedule. Just so I can like, you know, babysit my dad and stuff. You're more likely to actually work out if you're going to do it. That's how it is for me anyway. Yeah. Yeah. I understand. I getcha. Okay. Alright guys, I am very sorry to end the stream early. I know that I usually stream a lot longer, but I think for today, like, honestly, today was kind of a rough day. Not only because of, like, the thing with my dad, but, like, when I started stream, it crashed immediately, so that already was kind of, like, I'm not a very like spiritual person. I'm not like a crystal reader or whatever, but I feel like when your day starts off like ass, you need like a miracle for it to not feel like ass. I don't know. Sometimes when a day just starts off like shit for me, it's just the whole day is gone, and I just need to go next kind of thing. But so yeah, I think I will go ahead and end the live for today. Sorry that today's stream was kind of short. I will be back tomorrow though, and assuming everything goes well tomorrow, which fingers crossed it does. I missed it. I'm sorry, Babel. Make sure you join my Discord, by the way, if you don't want to miss streams. There's a role in there where you can get pinged when I go live. Also, we're gonna have like movie nights and stuff in the Discord. But I will be back tomorrow. I just need a mental reset. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Today's cooked. I'll be back tomorrow, and I will be refreshed and ready to go. Tomorrow's also my rest day, so it means I can start a little early, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think today's cooked as far as stream goes. And honestly, like, I just found you and know you from like a year ago. Oh, that's okay. Well, I'm glad you found me. I will keep you guys updated on any news about the model or anything, whatever, debut. And yeah. Sorry again about today. Sorry if the vibes were weird today. I will try and not bring my real life here. I will try and just be more positive, which is good for me too, to be honest. But thank you guys for watching and supporting me still. I will be back tomorrow. And oh, thank you guys so much for the level 5 or 6 hype train today. That was very sweet. Thank you guys for the donations and everything. More hand cam streams are coming up soon, by the way. I have 2 keyboards that I'm going to build on stream. Also, 2 people sent me boxes of snacks. So I will also maybe do a snack tasting stream, hand cam. Snack box opening. So that'll be fun. Remember, if you guys ever want to send me stuff to open hand cam, my throne, you're able to send me stuff without like surprise gifts. Of course, it doesn't let you send like bad stuff. It only allows you to send good stuff. But on my throne, if you ever want to send me stuff to do hand cam stuff with, feel free. I did also order on Amazon recently. I ordered a new camera for hand cam streams. So we're going to have HD hand cam streams as well as a new heart rate monitor as well. Because for some reason my heart rate monitor died. So we have a new heart rate monitor. We have a new camera. And we have a bunch of hand cam content coming up soon, hopefully. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Everyone have a lovely night. Bye.